2100 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says multi-billion rupees extension project of Islamabad Blue Area's commercial hub will create job opportunities and attract investment from overseas Pakistanis. Foreign Minister has called for chalking out a comprehensive mechanism to identify spoilers of peace in Afghanistan. Government has closed Pak-Afghanistan border at Chaman for 7 days as preemptive measures to prevent spread of coronavirus. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism martyred 10 more Kashmiris during the last month. UN Secretary General has called for an immediate cessation of hostilities in Libya and implementation of Security Council resolution. In the 14th match of Pakistan Super League in Rawalpindi, Islamabad United have set a victory target of 184 runs for Karachi Kings. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says launching of Islamabad Blue Area multi-billion rupees commercial project will not only provide jobs but will also attract investment from overseas Pakistanis. In a tweet, he said one mega project will be launched in Lahore and one in Karachi soon. Earlier, Prime Minister Imran Khan visited the proposed site of Blue Area opposite to F9 Park in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister was briefed that the revenue from the commercial auction to be held next month will be utilized primarily for the rehabilitation of the federal capital, provision of services and improvement of environment. A portion will also be utilized for construction of low-cost housing, particularly for provision of dignified accommodation to the residents of approved Kachi Abadis through Naya Pakistan Housing and Development Authority. This initiative, coupled with several incentives to the construction sector, including ease of deposit in advance tax on pro-rata basis, will encourage investment, result in job creation, and speed up the economic activity in the country. Prime Minister Imran Khan will give away undergraduate scholarships to around 50,000 shortlisted needy students in Islamabad tomorrow, under country's biggest ever scholarship scheme launched under SR's program. Among the beneficiaries of this scholarship scheme, half are the girls, hailing from the low-income groups, and 2% scholarships have been allocated for the students with special needs. The objective of SR's scholarships program is to ensure that no eligible student is deprived of higher education because of financial need. In total, 200,000 scholarships will be awarded during the next 4 years. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says the landmark Doha peace accord between the United States and Afghan Taliban is a first step towards bringing permanent peace and stability to Afghanistan. Addressing a news briefing in Islamabad today, he said peace deal has paved the way for inter-Afghan negotiations and Norway has expressed its willingness to hold the dialogue process. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said both the US and Afghan leadership have acknowledged Islamabad's role in realizing this deal. He reiterated that Pakistan will continue its policy of supporting the Afghan people in their efforts to achieve lasting peace and stability in Afghanistan. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said, Pakistan will continue its support for an Afghan-owned and Afghan-led peace process for regional stability. Without naming India, the foreign minister called for chalking out a comprehensive mechanism for identification of peace spoilers in Afghanistan. He said that he interacted with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo at the signing ceremony in Doha and called for devising a mechanism to identify and blame and shame the spoilers who would play any negative role. Shah Mahmood Qureshi expressed the hope that Afghan soil will not be used against any country and Afghan leadership will sit together to chalk out roadmap for peace in their country. Meanwhile, the voluntary repatriation of Afghan refugees from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa to Afghanistan will start from tomorrow. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has rejected Taliban's demand for the release of 5,000 prisoners as condition for talks with his government and civilians. He said this while addressing a news conference in Kabul. The demand has been made during peace agreement between the United States and Afghan Taliban. Iran says it welcomes any initiative that helps to secure stability and peace in Afghanistan. In a statement, Iranian Foreign Ministry expressed the hope that peace deal signed between the US and Afghan Taliban could pave the way towards a full withdrawal of foreign soldiers from Afghanistan and a step towards ending the 18 years war in the country. This is Radio Pakistan. Special Assistant on Health Dr. Zafar Mirza says the government is taking effective measures to prevent the outbreak of coronavirus. In a statement today, he said the Health Ministry and provincial governments are on high alert to deal with the coronavirus. Dr. Zafar Mirza said, as a preemptive measure, the Chaman border between Pakistan and Afghanistan has been closed for 7 days. He said international health regulation guidelines are being followed on all air and land routes. Said the dynamic situation is being monitored and 4 major cities have been provided with diagnosis facility of coronavirus. He urged the media to play its role in disseminating the right information to the public regarding coronavirus. He said for any query about coronavirus, people can access helpline 1166. President of Azad Jammu and Kashmir Sardar Masood Khan has urged the world community to help implement UN resolutions on Kashmir issue. Speaking at the literary festival in Karachi today, he regretted that there is no let-up in Indian atrocities in occupied Kashmir. Sardar Masood Khan said Pakistan has effectively raised the voice for Kashmiris at the UN General Assembly. However, India is not willing to resume the dialogue. He said international community should come forward to address the issue of Kashmir. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism martyred 10 Kashmiris during the last month. According to the data issued by the research section of Kashmir Media Service today, of those killed, 3 were martyred in fake encounters or in custody. During the month, 30 people were critically injured due to the use of brute force and firing of tear gas shells by Indian police and paramilitary personnel on peaceful demonstrators in the occupied territory, while 137 civilians, mostly youth, were arrested. Meanwhile, people of the Kashmir Valley continue to hit by severe hardships due to the ongoing military siege and internet suspension on the 210th successive day today. In India, violence against minority Muslims continues to exist in New Delhi and elsewhere in the country, in which more than 40 people have lost their lives and hundreds injured. According to a report of British Daily, The Guardian, during 4 days Muslims were burnt alive in their homes or dragged out into the streets and lynched. In streets where Hindus and Muslims had lived peacefully side by side, bodies lay bloodied alongside discarded and burnt out cars, bikes, shattered glass, and smouldering shop fronts. Meanwhile, 3 people were killed and several others injured during violence in Meghalaya state. Report says when violent mobs attacked tribal groups staging a demonstration against the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act. United Nations has condemned the recent indiscriminate bombing in several parts of Tripoli, Libya. In a statement, Secretary General Antonio Guterres emphasized that civilians must be protected at all times in line with the international humanitarian law. He also called for an immediate cessation of hostilities and urged the implementation of a recently adopted Security Council resolution. And in the 14th match of Pakistan Super League in Rawalpindi against Islamabad United, Karachi Kings were 41 for 1 in 4 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Islamabad United scored 183 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in allotted 20 overs. Luke Ronchi scored 85 runs in 53 balls, while skipper Shadab Khan hit 54 runs in 31 balls. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country in the next 12 hours. However, rain wind thunderstorm is expected in Kashmir and its adjoining hilly areas during the next 24 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk. And for the live video streaming, visit the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.